to 4 hours a day. Okay, that's how you can eat your meals. Okay, if you're gonna eat 2 meals, then you eat them in those 4 hours. Okay, you're then extending it out to almost 18 hours. Okay, you almost skip lunch and then you start eating like at 2 or 3 and you end like at 7. Okay, so they call it warrior fast because that's how ancient warriors, they march all day and then eat like only at night. Okay, so you're only eating from 3 to 4 hours. Okay, you're going to eat more in the warrior fast just because you starved yourself a little bit. Okay, so it's okay. Don't freak out that you're eating more than what you normally would at a meal. You're going to because your body needs that. Okay, all right.
And how many days do you do that? Just once or twice a week?
Well,
or something,
like at the beginning, just if you're gonna do like if you're gonna implement like an 18-hour fast, do it like once in the week. If you're gonna do like a cycle fast, you do 14 hours. Do one of those days 18 hours. Okay. The warrior fast is an everyday kind of a thing.
Wow.
Okay. They're doing it almost every day. You can have like a day that you're gonna feast a little bit. Okay. That's gonna be pretty normal, and it's gonna be something that your body may crave. Okay, I want you to pay attention to the things that your body needs. Okay, and don't go crazy with it. You can have a cookie, you can have some cake, you can have some ice cream. Okay, but don't have as much as you would before. Okay, so don't deprive yourselves of the things that your body needs or that it wants. Okay, so the warrior fast is a 5-day. Okay, but you're only eating. Need a bigger board. You're only eating 3 to 4 hours. Your eating window is 3 to 4 hours.
So 5 days you said?
Yeah, 5 days a week.
5 days.
So on the other 2 days in the week, you just eat normal 3 meals a day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Because it's just because sometimes what you do is your body gets into this rut and you want to get out of the rut, but sometimes it needs some food to feel like it's not starving. Okay. If your body feels like it's starving, then you're going to gain weight in weird places. Okay, because your body's going to store this fat, feeling like it's starving. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why you can start smaller, build your fasting muscle, and you're able to do more different kinds of fasting for longer amounts of time. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. All right.
Jesus and Gandhi fast?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. We'll go into that later, but yeah, people have done that. Okay, so, and then there's the 1-day food fast where you can do 24 hours.
What's that called?
It's the 1-day food fast.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It's a don't eat any food that day fast.
24 hours.
Okay, and then there's and this is a little more into the, once you're comfortable with this stage, okay, that you're hitting you can lock it if you want to, or you can keep it open.
I'll just leave it open.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
appreciate it.
didn't want to lock it in.
No, I appreciate it, thank you. Okay, so then there's a guy by the name of Jason Fung, Dr. Jason Fung. He writes a book called The Obesity Code. He talks about 24-hour fasting every other day. And he talks about that in the Obesity Code because it's that type of consistent fasting that helps your body start to use those stores of energy a lot. Okay, and then you're using a different form of energy called ketones. It's just a different. It's a fat. At the very base level, it's a fat, and it's a lot more efficient energy source than sugar is. Okay, I've heard up to like 14 times ish ketones. That's a lot. Okay, so instead of having like 38 horsepower when sugar's being burned in your cell, it's like 147 when ketones are burned. So you want your body to be able to get to the point where it's using a different form of energy, which is ketones. We won't go into ketones, but it's just a different form of energy that our body uses after it's used up the store of all the sugar. Okay. Another thing I want to talk to you about is please be patient. Okay. Please be patient with your body. It may take a long time for you to see the results you want to see. Okay. And so that's why a lifestyle change like this will help you in the long run. Okay. Because it will allow your body to use those stores of energy so much more efficiently. Okay. You may
But
not
I think
see.
it's because you're not depriving yourself of things, you know, like the normal, like a normal diet would, where you're restricting, you can't have this, you can't have this, but
Yeah.
just limiting yourself to eating not eating, it's a lot harder to get all those calories in when you have a small window to do it. So
Yes.
then therefore you will lose weight.
Yes.
From it.
Yeah, you will, okay? So again, please be patient, okay? Cause it's a mind game also, okay? So remember the 12 things and call me or text me or whatever, okay?
I have a
All right,
question for you.
yes.
So, does it matter what time at night you stop eating?
Oh, there's probably, I've heard people that eat late with their kids because they have activities and they have to stop eating like at 8 or even later than that, okay? And so if that's the case, just work that into your schedule, okay? Don't make huge changes that it throws your whole family's schedule off, okay? Unless you're willing to do that, unless you feel like that needs to happen, okay?
But
But
physiologically, does it matter if you eat a meal at 9 or 10 o'clock at night?
Then it just goes, you go farther the next day of not
Yeah,
eating.
But I mean, like, as far as like, people have said, don't eat 2 hours before you go to sleep. Does that matter? I mean, is that,
I don't think
is
so.
that really a thing?
Mm-mm.
if,
Not when you're doing.
once you
the-
start making some of the changes, it may lead into other changes, okay? That it may lead to, eating sooner. Is it maybe more efficient for your body to eat earlier in the evening? Probably, okay? But if that's the way that your family flows and your body flows, just roll with it. Don't let it be a huge worry to you, not that it was, but don't let it be a huge worry that you eat like at 10 o'clock at night. Like if that's by the time that everyone gets around the table, if that's the way you do it, then do that, okay? If not everybody gets around the table, then you can eat kind of whenever you want to eat.
Yeah.
And then you just feed everybody else and
I don't
that's
think
it.
that the time matters.
And I don't think
with
as much.
the-
I wouldn't, like I said, I
You're
wouldn't
still
let that
fasting,
be.
so your
block
body's
to
gonna
you.
do what it's gonna do.
Okay, so don't let that be an issue so that you're, doing something and then not doing something.
Okay.
So if you just gotta go, 12 hours for you, it's gonna be 10 the next day. Okay, if you're only sleeping 6 hours, that's a long 4 hours till you're eating, right? And doing, so, does that answer your question? I mean,
Yeah, the other question I have is, like, I know that, the idea here is that you're not changing necessarily what you eat, but, should you be eating better?
Yes.
I mean, I just had a Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme donut on the way here. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Right.
Just be fair.
So, we could have a lot of conversations, okay? If you're looking for some other help like that, there's a way to help your body and what foods are more efficient for you or ones that your body struggles with, okay? So is there a better way? Yeah, there is. I would say eating less of the processed foods,
Yeah.
okay? And not to go crazy with ideas, right? So when you go shopping in the store, the middle of the store, don't go shopping in that part of the store. Okay? It's not that you can't go buy the bread, okay? But take a look at your cupboard, go home and take a look at your cupboard and look what's in the middle of the store when you go shopping. Okay? The processed foods are the ones usually in the bags, or if it has a long list of ingredients that you don't really know what they all mean. Okay?
I've noticed too, like when I've done a fast though, when you have a limited amount of time, your body kind of craves more healthy stuff because you're like, okay, I gotta get some good stuff in,
Yeah.
and it fills you up
Mhm.
better.
Yes.
So then it's easier to make those smarter choices because you're like, okay, I've only got this much time to eat it. I'm not gonna waste it on crap. You know what I mean? Because then it's
Yes.
more filling
I-
later
I-
while you
I
are going
found-
into a fast again.
Yes. I found that if I didn't necessarily change what I ate, I did not feel good. So I said, okay, let me try eating this, and I felt better when I did it. So the less processed foods felt better to me. And so it may be different for you. But in general, if you're looking for certain things that you shouldn't eat, I'm gonna go with less processed foods. Okay, so eat a lot more of the fruits and vegetables. You may find that your body changes and you're gonna struggle with some constipation or some other issues that you're gonna need some help with, okay? So one of the things that he talks about in here is some Himalayan salt in your water, okay? Or just some other type of minerals in your water. It will help your body process and use the things it needs to use so that you don't get
During
other
the
issues
fast,
during
right?
the fast, right? And
Yeah.
even, I mean, if you're gonna drink water throughout the day, put some salt in it. If you're like, that's enough salt, then listen to your body, okay? And just go to once a day. But for me, when I did a 42-hour fast, the morning after so I went 24 hours in the morning, the next morning I woke up, I was shaky. I was hating life. And I wanted to go another 6 or 7 or 8 hours, and I was like, hey, I'm out, I'm done. But then I remembered to put salt in it, and that saved me. It saved me. Because then I probably could have gone the rest of the day. I probably could have gone 48 hours and not had an issue with it. So the salt, you don't need very much salt, okay? So like for me, I had like a 25-ounce bottle. I put like 1/8 of a teaspoon or a little bit less in. So, and if it's too salty, then add more water or put less salt in next time, okay? So it's a weird thing, but oh man, it made a huge difference for me, okay?
What's Himalayan salt?
It's some pink salt that you can find at the store. Usually it comes in a grinder.
Oh,
And so you can just put some in your water. And again, you don't have to have it really, really crazy salty, okay? So that's the goal. Have some minerals. Your body may need some magnesium, okay? You may need to eat more fiber, okay? Because it's gonna help your body. You're gonna notice that because you're not eating as much, you're also not spending as much time in the baño, okay? And so your body's gonna slow down a little bit, and that's gonna be the normal part. And so you may get backed up a little bit. So when you eat, have a little more of the fiber, okay? So have some more salads, okay? You're gonna,
It'll help you last longer.
it will
through the
help
next
you last,
fast.
it will help you last longer, okay? So this is a process. Things are gonna change for you on what you eat, when you eat, what you eat during those small amounts of time. You may notice that you like more the 5 hours, the eating time, okay? And so that's fine, but change it up every once in a while, okay? Because your body gets into these ruts. And once it gets in these ruts, those trees, there's more of those dead trees that come more often, okay? We gotta get your body out of the rut, okay? And that's why the variety of different kinds of fasts, okay? So that's why sometimes people will go, you're doing some 14, 16 hour, throw a 24 hour in, okay? Or instead of like skipping breakfast, skip dinner, okay? So there's some different kinds of varieties that you can have. That's what we're gonna start to do, okay? I've already talked about some of the mineral stuff. May need some magnesium also. There's some other gut help and gut calming things that can be done, okay? So, talked about some of the warnings. Yeah, there you go. Okay, any other questions? That's pretty good. I don't want to overwhelm you. I went a little bit longer but I'm kind of tense. I mean, it's
What's the longest fast you did?
42, and I almost went crazy. I did. You can stop.
Oh.
So, 42 hours is the longest one I did.